of the Cook family. Colours of Lady Jackie carried in the Blue Diamond. They're set to run. Signal given. Set, they're off and running. Major Fun a little bit tardy into stride, and Royal Bellotto wasn't brilliant away, and the Mookstar came out running, landed a length and a half in front from Change the Beat. 2 further back, Magic Claws up third on the inside of Kidmar. 2 to Royal Bellotto, and Major Fun about 6 off the front last of all. The Mookstar leads unchallenged now at the 650 metre mark, a length and a half in front. Second in the race, Change the Beat. 2 further back over on the inside there is Magic Claws third, a half Kidmar. A length and a half Royal Bellotto, and Major Fun last, about 5 or 6 off them, being niggled at with not a great deal of room, but the Mookstar at the 400. 2.5 in front of Change the Beat, who scrubbed along. Then Kidmar up to third. Magic Claws under pressure, fourth the fence, and then Royal Bellotto pulled to the outside. Major Fun 4 or 5 off them. The Mookstar straightens a length in front, coming out of Change the Beat, and Major Fun and Royal Bellotto out wide are sweeping home quickly now. The Mookstar's grabbed out wide by Major Fun, who took the lead from Kidmar. Major Fun ducked in, straightens up again, but too good. Major Fun a half length Kidmar, 2 away, third in the race Royal Bellotto. Then the Mookstar fourth, followed by Change the Beat, and Magic Claws is last of all. It's been a good win there. Number 5. Number 5.
Quickly and scoots through into third place at the end of 200 metres, followed by Genga Bell, then Columbina and Mayan Bell, and Mio Bibi on the inside as last as they approach the 1200 metres mark. Dalmara the leader by a length now to Mervanti. Genga Bell is moving to third, followed by Queen of the Veld. A length and a half to Columbina, 2 lengths away to Mio Bibi on the fence, and a head away on the outside Mayan Bell. 1,000 metres out there on the top turn, and Dalmara led at a good pace by a length and a half to Mervanti. A similar margin to Genga Bell, and a half length away Queen of the Veld on the outside as they go by the 800 mark. 2 to Columbina, 2.5 to Mayan Bell on the outside of Mio Bibi. Coming down the side to the 600 metres mark, they've gone at a good speed. Dalmara the leader over Mervanti. Genga Bell in third place. Queen of the Veld is a neck away, ridden a bit as they come to the turn. In fact, she's under a fair bit of pressure. Followed by Columbina, Mio Bibi, and Mayan Bell as last as they turn for home. The leaders are a mile in ahead of the others. Dalmara pinched about a length on Mervanti. 4 lengths away, Columbina pulled out to the middle of the track, starting to run on gamely, followed by Queen of the Veld. But Dalmara, who's been in front from the outset, has got them struggling 100 out. His Queen of the Veld getting into second place, giving this leader too much start. Dalmara getting pretty tied. Queen of the Veld is picking her up pretty quickly in the last bit, but Dalmara's got a good break and wins it by a length and a half to Queen of the Veld. Third's very close, Columbina or Mervanti. Then Mayan Bell, followed by Genga Bell, and Mio Bibi pulled up with the tail enders.
Good start affected by Tanvier in particular, and so too Morrigan. Gaucho goes to third, travelling up nicely under restraint early. Just in behind those Take the Veil, followed then as Tanvier draws and wants to bolt on the rider. It's dashed away with a big break. Now back behind Take the Veil, next over on the outside was Key to Pompeii, followed further back in the field behind those by Northern Ochre. Gee, they've strung out 2 lengths further back in the field behind those then Bill's Lad. Further back in the field behind those then came on the outside Lady Sentosa, followed well back by Peppermint, showing a break of 3 lengths further back behind those to both a Fishery, who's a mile out of it, and also Princess Moonee. Tanvier bowling along in front, leads by 4 lengths to Gaucho, whose rider isn't panicking. Second has the horse under restraint. Third is on the outside Morrigan. Back on the inside Take the Veil, and they were followed by Key to Pompeii. Then came Northern Ochre. Then Lady Sentosa to the inside Bill's Lad, to the outside Peppermint Show, and further back Princess Moonee and a Fishery shown the stick. Tanvier at the 400, still 2.5 in front, but Gaucho is going to call on it very quickly. Morrigan has now shown the whip, and wider out on the track Northern Ochre is starting to respond. Take the Veil is whacking away on the inside. Tanvier the leader, but Gaucho comes at it. So now does Northern Ochre, and Morrigan is pushing between them. Tanvier still in front. Northern Ochre and Morrigan get to it quickly. Northern Ochre and Morrigan doing best, and Morrigan I think has just won from Northern Ochre. There's not much in it though from this angle in particular. Third is Tanvier, held on well. They were followed further back by Take the Veil, and then came Lady Sentosa. Back in behind that division we had Key to Pompeii, and also Gaucho was up there with those. Back behind those then came Peppermint Show, and they were followed further back by Princess Moonee. Bill's Lad has run on along the inside towards the end of the race. And Princess Moonee, one of the last ones in. The late scratching in the race was number 8.
On the track race. Just about ready. Now Winter Wonderland goes in, and Gravity Free to come up to gate number 8. Gravity Free coming along here in the check colours with the pink cap. Didius Falco and the colours of the Tony Noonan stable. They were carried to victory here on Saturday by Grand Bay as this one pulls back here at the moment. Gravity Free. Jockey jumps from the saddle, and that's John Keating, and the horse will come in riderless now. The 7 runners are ready. And they'll be set. Saddle this time. Line's good, they're off and running. Didius Falco bounced very quickly. Blazing Armada and Montcalm Wolf not well served at Barrier Rise, and going quickly River Affair. Got up on the inside to head Didius Falco when they settle. Third is Cocobelli. Fourth on the inside, Montcalm Wolf, and 2.5 for the back, Gravity Free, Cool Prince. On the inside, Blazing Armada. 3 last of all, Winter Wonderland. The leader here, River Affair, through the gap now. 3/4 in front of Didius Falco. 2 further back in the race, Cocobelli third. Fourth is Montcalm Wolf, the rail. 1.5 Gravity Free around the outside of Cool Prince. The inside, Blazing Armada and Winter Wonderland. Before the turn at the 400-metre mark, and on the inside here, it's River Affair, but Didius Falco striding up to it on the outside. 2.5 Montcalm Wolf from Cocobelli. A gap, Cool Prince, and further back in the race in Gravity Free. Didius Falco hit the front on the turn and went for home. Moved away now from River Affair into the clear, Montcalm Wolf. Didius Falco over 1.5 lengths. Montcalm Wolf is ducking in. Hands and heels, Didius Falco still in front. Montcalm Wolf getting to it gradually. Didius Falco, Montcalm Wolf. Nothing in this. Didius Falco, Montcalm Wolf took a dive on the line. River Affair has run third. A good gap in the race, Cocobelli. Then Cool Prince from Winter Wonderland. Further back, Blazing Armada and Gravity Free.
Early speed of Celestial Body and Glutton. Alba Verbi are getting back now. They were followed further back in the field by Sunshirl, who's caught out wide. Over on the inside, Medieval King. They were followed further back behind that division now as they start to string a little gaze at the stars on the side at the 800. Further back, Shaquilla improving a little at the expense of Cubicle. Followed further back by Heavenly Pearl. And last of all, as they move towards the home turn, Money for the Boys. Bell Ace has dashed clear at the 600. 2.5 in advance of in second place in Concert Master. And over on the outside, battling away, Celestial Bodies enjoyed a good run. Nearly 2.5 then to Glutton, 3 to Alba Verbier. They were followed on the outside of those by Sunshell, then Medieval King. Shaquille not doing a great deal at the moment. And then came Cubicle out wide, followed further back by Gaze at the Stars, putting in late Belace the leader. But here comes Celestial Body. It's trying to peg it back, and back on the inside, Concert Master. Glutton makes ground late. Belace is still in front. Concert Master going through on the inside, and wider out Celestial Body, but Belace is doing sufficient on the line to just win, I fancy, from either Concert Master or Celestial Body. Glutton followed by Shaquilla doing her best work at the finish. Further the Gaze at the Stars, and they were followed further back by Medieval King. Just waiting for them to come back into our view. We had in that division 2 was Alba Verbier. Further back behind those, Heavenly Pearl, followed by Cubicle, and the last couple home were well beaten for that point 2. Money for the Boys, and the other one, Sunshell, which he's down very quickly. And in case you missed it just before the starts,
in the line. Now Raven's Pride goes up. Set to run. Field of 9, Imperial Air, favourite out of gate 3. Stalls back, they're off and running. Shades of Blue knuckled at the start, didn't lose much ground. The others have come away well. Dreamscape hunted from the gate, Imperial Air, and now Shades of Blue picking up speed on the inside, just behind them, Centivore. Then further back in the race came Classy Voodoo. Over on the inside then came Branter. 1.5 lengths above average on the outside, Raven's Pride. Good battle up front, and 3 last of all in the races. Red Nelder at the 850, and Centivore goes up outside, Imperial Air, who's got the fence. 1.5 lengths. Dreamscape dropped back to third, 2 to Shades of Blue. Then Classy Voodoo to the outside, further back in the race, Raven's Pride. 1 length further back, Branter. 2 to above average, and 3 last of all, Red Nelder. 750 out, and Imperial Air pushed up on the inside. A neck in front of Centivore. 2.5 Dreamscape third. Shades of Blue is fourth. Further back in the race, Classy Voodoo around it, Raven's Pride, followed by Branter. A gap in the race, Red Nelder, and last of all, above average. This is left a mile in front, though, Imperial Air before the turn. Came to the corner about 4 or 5 in front now from Shades of Blue. Dreamscape, Branter to the outside, then running on now is was Red Nelda. The leader Imperial Air halfway up the straight, 3 in front. The only danger, Red Nelda. Coming after it quickly now. He shakes it up, Imperial Air. Red Nelda's got it though, and Red Nelda finishes too well for Imperial Air. Beats it a half length. 3 away, third Branter. Raven's Pride followed by Shades of Blue. A gap, Classy Voodoo. Well back, Dreamscape. Then above average, and last of all is Set of Awe. Number 4 here.
Half in front, going after it in second placing My Brave Heart, and they were followed then by Al Clays and also Toll Rain and Dreamsome, showing good forward speed as racing after the lead. They were followed further back in that division as they start to sort themselves out now by a group of horses including Arc Royal, and then came between horses Moralist, and over on the inside Al Clays has been shuffled back a little. Around them out very wide was Fine Sophia ahead of a couple of those from Zamamoon, followed by Run. Getting back in the field now is Any More, who's one of the last, and with it over on the outside is Military. Around the side they race to the 600, and the leader is Boven from Dreamson, showing good pace up on the outside. In behind those Arc Royal is about to ease around the pair of them, and they were followed by Toll Rain and making headway Moralist. Wider out Fine Sophia. Zamamoon is very deep, and then came back to the inside Al Clays, followed then by Military, not doing a lot. My Brave Heart's made a bit of ground, and further back was Any More, but they raced down to the 200. Boven is still the leader from Dreamsome. Here's Moralist starting to put in a run out wide on the track, but Boven is finding plenty. Moralist is starting to cut down the turf. Boven still in front. I reckon it'll hang on. Boven, it's a half in front and goes on to score by that margin. Moralist second, third. Dreamson from Toll Rain followed then by Arc Royal. Then My Brave Heart. Toll Rain was in that group. Further back then came Run from Zamamoon, and amongst the last in were Fine Sophia and Al Clays, who pulled up back towards the inside.
On the track heading out now, race 4 of Lady Cardigan. They settle. Del Pirate the favourite in 2. Racing, Bell Pirate away quickly with Western Concerto. No returns, a bit slow into stride and ease back after the jump away, getting a fair way back. Also out of it, Biscay Bay is just easing behind them now. Vicky away quickly. Vicky is just in front. Bell Pirate is pushing up with Perforate and Smoochy Smooch. Over on the inside, then Western Concerto, no returns, and further back in the race, then My Little Lucy. In behind them then came Biscay Bay, Lady Cardigan as they go to the back, and Frenzy last of all. On the outside, Smoochy Smooch going up to Vicky, a length and a half Perforate right there third. One further back, then Western Concerto on the inside of Bell Pirate running fifth, one off the fence. 2 to no returns. 2 lengths further back in the race then came My Little Lucy. On the inside then came Biscay Bay. A couple of lengths further back in the race then came Lady Cardigan, and last of all Frenzy. Around the turn at the 800, and it's on the inside Vicky, about a neck in front of Smoochy Smooch. A length further back then Perforate. Comes to the outside third, and Western Concerto now fourth. One then to Bell Pirate fifth. Taking off around the outside then came My Little Lucy travelling wide. Then Biscay Bay, followed by Lady Cardigan, and last of all is Frenzy as they bunch up. 500 out. Perforate 3 out, going up to Vicky when they come down before the home turn. Smoochy Smooch the middle. A length further back then pulled out wide My Little Lucy. Bell Pirate under some pressure behind these leaders now, and further back on the inside Biscay Bay. On the turn My Little Lucy out wide, and Vicky the rail. Vicky and My Little Lucy turn now from Biscay Bay, and then Bell Pirate out wider. Perforate struggling. My Little Lucy hit the front of the 180 metre mark, drew away. Race 2 lengths in front of Biscay Bay. Bell Pirate hanging off the track, and back on the fence is Vicky, but too good as My Little Lucy. Wins a length and a half on the run home Biscay Bay. Third's tight. Bell Pirate are on the inside Vicky. A gap in the race then to Frenzy. No returns Western Concerto. The outside Lady Cardigan. Then Perforate, and tailed off as Smoochy Smooch. My Little Lucy here, number 2.
Through the barrier, Verino caused a couple of horses to panic, and one of them has broken through. I think it might be the number 3 Saddlecloth Grass. Starter ready. Team player stands in nicely. This should be a start. They look right. They're off now. And Okra began well. A little slow to move is Mr. Merlot. Orleans going through quickly in search of the lead, and away smartly is Juggler's brother High Wire, showing good early pace. Saria getting up on the fence to join a big bunch of leaders, and Team Player is up there with them, followed by Drumfire, All Talent, Quo Vadis, and then Honoric, and getting back in the field is Past the Crown. A long gap then to Blue Clancy, and tailed off is Mr. Merlot. 600 out as they near the turn, and Saria with the inside running is just shading Team Player. A length and a half away is Drumfire between horses. On the fence, All Talent. 3 and 4 deep is Orleans, and right off the track, High Wire, followed by Okra and Honoric. In the straight now, Saria's drifted right off the track, took Team Player with it. Saria and Team Player, they've come right out to the middle of the course. They're still fighting it out. Quo Vadis running on fairly well. Team Player headed Saria. Now Orleans on the outside is starting to stretch out. He's coming at these leaders. He's got them covered. Orleans grabs the lead 50 metres out, and under hands and heels riding, draws away to win it by nearly a length on the line. Team Player second, Saria third. High Wire ran a very good race, was never on the track, and then Quo Vadis followed by Honoric, Blue Clancy from Drumfire, and All Talent. Well back in the field is a long way back Mr. Merlot, followed then by Okra, and tailed off is Past the Crown. Stand by for numbers on the 3-com handicap. Orleans the winner.
Back to the inside, a half away. Toaster's had a lovely run. Ostelina a neck away on the outside fourth, followed by Showy length and a half off fifth. They were followed as they round the turn behind those then by Roman Sword coming into it, followed by Tamala Empire Day. On the inside was Gold Benefit at the 400 metre mark, followed by Red Nose Hard Ridden, and back to the inside Bustlin Billy and last Car Rosa, but yet he does it nicely at the 250, still 2 in front. Toaster is the danger. Showy goes to third, and now Red Nose is starting to work home hard out wide, yet he's gone. Toaster swept straight to the front, and Toaster puts paid to them in a twinkling. Toaster sweeps away to score nicely. Good go the Miners. Yeti or Red Nose from Showy, then Empire Day, Ostelina, then Gold Benefit, Tamala, followed by Roman Sword. Bustlin Billy was one of the last few home, and back there with it near the tail came Tamala pulling up quickly. Canoe just paddled the last little bit, and one of the last in was Car Rosa. Toaster, gee, it settled beautifully in the run, didn't it? It was given every conceivable hope by Simon Price. I don't think Simon's ever ridden better than he has since he came back from his stint overseas. Number 3, Toaster, is a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Rory's Jester. What a sire he's proven to be. Live Wire Lady is the mare, was bred by Bob Lapointe and is raced by Peter Devitt, R.L. and L. Gordon and M. Walkley, and of course Colin Hayes, trained by Peter Hayes, ridden by Simon Price. He just went up on the inside, made Yeti work to get to the front, and then grabbed hold and sat quietly just behind it on the rail, swooped around Yeti, which was just starting to get a little bit tired with 100 to go, and won very, very convincingly. Number 3, Toaster first, ridden by Simon Price. Yeti, number 2, is by Canny Lad from Little Whitefoot, Owen Ridge, John Hawkes, and Red Nose was the eye-catching run in the Red Hope colours by Umatilla from Waralgi on the outside, Jeffrey Morn.